We're here at the Fisher Building where there are a lot of small businesses and we're getting into the holiday shopping season. And I saw some interesting numbers about retail. It says that retail sales for the holidays are going to be up about 3 to 4%. And while that sounds okay, it's actually much less than it has been from years past. And when you couple that with the fact that a lot of people are carrying credit card debt, it makes you wonder what retail stores are thinking about in terms of stock for the holiday season. And when I think about that, I think of small retailers. So I'm here at the Peacock Room, and I wanted to get perspective from a small business owner, Rachel Lutz. She owns a Peacock Room, so let's go ahead and go on in. Hey, Rachel, it's good to see you.
Hi, welcome back to the shop, Christy.
You know I love the shop. I love to come on in here. And you know, congratulations, you're expanding.
Thank you.
Which,
thank you.
in this day and time of retail, has got to be a really interesting time.
It's a huge privilege to be able to serve Detroit, and we're very, very fortunate that our loyal customer base has allowed us to do this expansion.
When we talk about retail, and I instantly think of you because when we think of big box and how people have changed the way they've shopped, and I've talked to you over the years about how this has changed so much. How would you say retail sits in 2023 going into the holiday shopping season?
Well, I think that, one of the reasons I opened up the Peacock Room was because I don't like where shopping was going. A lot of stores are owned by shareholders, and local businesses, our shareholders are the community members. So I think that in 2023, a lot of people are still going to shop. We all still want to gather with our family and celebrate togetherness. And I think that retailers are going to have to work extra hard to make sure that those customers make it into our shops and find the remarkable things that they really want to find.
Yeah, come walk with me through the store, because it's such a really unique space to be able to show people while we have this conversation. But,
thank you.
But really, when you think about the way we have changed, everything was, I need it at my door.
Yes.
And I just want to be able to have the ease of it.
Convenience,
but this is experiential shopping that I would say, right?
Well, and I would also say that you could be lying to yourself if you think online shopping is about convenience, because especially with like women's apparel, we have a 60 to 80% return rate in our industry. So is it really convenient filling a shopping cart, getting it shipped, watching for the package, waiting for it to come, feeling bad about your body when nothing fits, sending it all back, starting over again? So what we found is that we're attracting the people, or the people who are coming into boutiques, they really want that experience. They want to connect with a community member. They want to get what they want and walk out with it. They want to see and feel it in person.
Yeah, and feel good about it. We're looking at the retail numbers for the holidays, which is a little bit of a bump from last year, but not as significant as it has been in years past. How do you stock for something like that, and thinking where buying in the economy might be going?
I think that there's always a market for the remarkable. So instead of pulling back my buying, I worked extra hard to find the most unique things for Detroiters. I think that retailers have to go above and beyond this season, and I think also in the couple years ahead of us. I think that people work very hard for their money, and retailers really need to, we're working even harder, like the restaurant industry, working even harder for the same amount of revenue. So with that comes the challenge of, how do you wow people? How do you have what they need in stock? So really the best we can do is just find the best stuff and have the best service.
Yeah, and have maybe some of the unique items as we kind of take a look around here. How difficult has it been, I think, to be a retailer in Detroit? And tell me again when you opened up the first Peacock Room in the Park Sheldon.
So the first Peacock Room we opened in December of 2011. This was like before Shinola, before a lot of the recent retail renaissance has happened in Detroit. And I really just wanted to serve my neighborhood. I've lived in the city since the late 90s, and I felt like we either had really high-end boutiques or just kind of budget stores, and we didn't have a lot in between. And as a plus-size woman, I felt like we really didn't have a lot of size-inclusive stores. So I wanted an environment where anybody could come in, find a great outfit, and walk out with it.
What are other retailers, small retailers in Detroit, telling you about this season?
Everybody is really hoping that folks will really understand the importance of shopping local. Here we have this wonderful resurgence in jobs in the city and the state, And for us to take those dollars to keep them in our own communities, I think is really important. People don't understand the power that they have when doing their holiday shopping. So I'm hopeful that our customers, small business customers, will show through. I think since the pandemic, we're starting to get more of a taste of what empty storefronts feel like in our communities.
Right.
It affects real estate prices. It affects wages. It affects the number of jobs that we have in Michigan. So I think we're all rooting for our customers to really understand their role that they play in their own communities to keep stores like mine here.
Yeah, and just a reminder for you, the Small Business Saturday is that Saturday after Thanksgiving when the holiday shopping season really gets going. My thanks to Rachel Lutz for her perspective on that one.